Have you ever felt like you're losing a part of yourself? For Clara Bennett, it was literally her voice. She had just moved into a charming little cottage, nestled on the edge of the wild Yorkshire moors. It was a dream come true, a fresh start. But the local villagers had a different story. They spoke in hushed tones about the cottage's previous owner, an old woman they called a witch, and warned Clara to stay away. Of course, Clara just brushed it off as local folklore. On her very first night, a strange, chilling whisper snaked its way out of the old stone fireplace. She couldn't make out the words, but the feeling of dread was unmistakable. She tried to convince herself it was just the wind howling across the moors. But the next night, something far worse happened. Clara woke up and tried to scream, but no sound came out. She had lost her voice completely. Panicked, she rushed to doctors, specialists, anyone who could help. They all said the same thing. There was nothing physically wrong with her. Days turned into a week of silent terror, and then the true nightmare began. She started hearing her own voice outside the cottage. Sometimes it was laughing, a joyful sound that now felt sinister. Other times, it was crying, a heartbreaking sob that echoed across the empty landscape. And sometimes, it would call her name, Clara, drawing her towards the window, towards the moors. She was trapped in her silent world, haunted by the ghost of her own voice. One evening, as the sun bled across the horizon, she saw a figure standing far out on the moors. It was an old woman, her silhouette stark against the fading light. The woman's mouth was moving, but the sound that reached Clara was her own voice, speaking, singing, whispering secrets she'd never told. The figure turned, and across the distance, Clara could have sworn she saw it smile. The next morning, she woke up with a gasp. She could speak. A wave of relief washed over her as she said her own name. But the voice that came out, it wasn't hers. It felt heavy, ancient. When she tried to say, "I'm fine," the words twisted into something else, a language she didn't know, archaic and unsettling. She had a voice again, but it belonged to someone else. And sometimes, when she speaks, she swears she can hear another voice, a faint whisper from within, answering back. The Witch of the Moors hadn't just taken her voice. She had given her a new one. And now, they share it. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more chills.